More news starts now with a breaking news alert.
A tragic shooting on Detroit's east side leaves 2 dead, including a 4-year-old child. Police Chief Todd Bettison struggles to hold back his emotions as he talks about this heartbreaking investigation.
All life is valuable, but this one right here particularly gets to me, and so very, very disturbed by this.
In addition to that 4-year-old, police say an 18-year-old was also killed in this shooting. A 17-year-old is recovering at the hospital. Thank you so much for joining us at 11. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Ty Steele. Police rushed to Skinner Park around 6:30 after people called police, and that's right next to Edwin Denby High School on the city's east side. When police got there, the 3 victims were already hit. Victor Williams got to the scene just minutes after police did. Victor, police say 2 suspects are in custody tonight.
That's right, Ty and Kimberly, and police are really trying to get to the bottom of this one. It's just so sad that all the victims in this situation are 18 and under.
Summer just began, and 2 kids is dead.
It was so hard for this mother to talk to Local 4 about a shooting that took the lives of an 18 and 4-year-old right down the street on Detroit's east side.
It's heartbreaking. I can't imagine. It's so sad.
Chief Todd Bettison especially had a difficult time speaking on the matter as well. That played out near a park.
All life is valuable, but this one right here particularly gets to me, and so very, very disturbed by this. Anytime you have a 4-year-old, a young person of that age that's fatally wounded, it just doesn't feel good.
A 17-year-old was also shot, but the pill that's probably the hardest to swallow for everyone nearby is that the life of an innocent 4-year-old was just taken away. Paris has a child the same age.
My mama called me and told me my baby actually wanted to go to the park, and then the next call was that somebody got killed at the park, and then hearing that it was a 4-year-old is just, it's sad.
To make matters worse, the shooting took place just feet away from Denby High School, but at least several arrests have already been made.
We believe that we possibly have the shooters 2 in custody that are persons of interest.
Now, if the 2 that were in custody are officially charged, we'll keep you updated right here on Local 4. Live tonight, Victor Williams. Back to you guys.
All right, Victor, what else do we know about the suspects? Do we know who they are at all?
No, not right now. Police are keeping all of that very close. They're not saying much, but they are saying that this may have stemmed from some type of argument or fight. But as the investigation continues, I'm sure we're going to find more.
Yeah, a lot more to come on this one. Victor, thank you.
All right, moving to another investigation, this one concerning a shooting that happened downtown just before the Ford fireworks show on Monday. DPD releasing the photos of these 2 men, Alfonso Cooper Jr. and Markelo Steen Jr. Investigators say Cooper was the one that carried out the shooting, while Steen helped him get away. Police say Cooper knew the victim. They say the shooting was over an alleged $200 debt. Chief Todd Bettison also believes the teens' families are helping them hide from police.
If you help him avoid apprehension and help him leave the state of Michigan or anything like that, trust me, I will be contacting the U.S. Attorney, and I will use every aspect of law enforcement to hold you accountable as well for aiding and abetting.
A $1,000 reward is being offered for information leading to Cooper and Steen's arrests. You can submit tips to Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. All right, let's get a check outside now. Things are a lot more quiet tonight after some storms moved through some communities this afternoon. Right now, we are enjoying clearer skies.
And it's just in time for the weekend, too. Forewarned meteorologist Ron Hilliard tracking those conditions for us tonight. Hey, Ron, looks like the rain should stay away for the weekend.
Ty and Kimberly, we will get a break in the action as we go into the weekend. A break from storm activity, a break also briefly from the heat and humidity. We see those storms have moved across out of the state of Michigan, now in southwestern Ontario. You can even at times, depending on your location, see some of that lightning in the distance as you look toward the east. But thankfully things are calmer right now here in Metro Detroit after those thunderstorms rolled through and bringing some gusty winds to portions of southeast Michigan. Right now we're ranging from the mid-70s to around 80 degrees as we see those skies starting to clear, especially out toward the west. You see those clearing conditions out toward Ann Arbor, Howell, Brighton, also also as you get into Flint. But then there's still a few clouds lingering as we get into Mount Clemens and also Garden City and Romulus. So we are going to see some partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions. Right now, it is still humid, but we will see these numbers decreasing as we go into tomorrow. We will also get a break from some of that heat as well. So about 84 degrees for a high tomorrow. Then we're back up to 90 degrees for Sunday. I'll talk more about the conditions that we can expect as we go into next week coming up.
Okay, Ron, we'll see in just a bit. The Supreme Court on Friday handed a major win to the Trump administration by allowing it to take steps to implement its proposal to end automatic birthright citizenship.
Yeah, this ruling grants a request by the Trump administration to narrow the scope of nationwide injunctions imposed by lower courts. Now those injunctions will only apply to states, groups, and individuals, not the entire country. As Laura Jarrett explains, the implications will impact millions.
Tonight, a sweeping victory for the president in his battle with federal judges who've blocked key portions of his agenda.
This was a big decision, an amazing decision.
The justices in a 6-3 ruling significantly limiting the power of individual lower court judges to issue decisions with nationwide effect. Those judges handing down more than 24 injunctions blocking Trump executive actions as of May, from military service to federal funding to the focus of the current case, a nationwide injunction halting his executive order banning birthright citizenship.
We've seen a handful of radical left judges effectively try to overrule the rightful powers of the president to stop the American people from getting the policies that they voted for in record numbers.
Justice Amy Coney Barrett, writing for the conservative majority today, finding lower court judges have gone too far with their nationwide orders, writing, when a court concludes that the executive branch has acted unlawfully, the answer is not for the court to exceed its power too. The ruling sparking a pointed clash between the justices. Liberal Justice Sonia Sotomayor dissenting, saying, today's decision is not just egregiously wrong, it is also a travesty for the rule of law. The High Court not asked to rule on the merits of the president's effort to ban the birthright citizenship provided under the Constitution to the babies of undocumented immigrants.
That was Laura Jarrett reporting. Several other major rulings also happened today. The court ruled that parents can opt their children out of LGBTQ book readings in schools for religious reasons. The court also upheld a Texas law that requires age verification for pornographic websites. And in the latest legal challenge to Obamacare, the Supreme Court upheld a task force that recommends preventative health care that insurers must cover at no cost. And as those rulings were being made, President Trump decided to pull the plug on trade negotiations with Canada. He says it's because of Canada's new digital tax set to kick in on Monday. This tax targets big online companies like Amazon, Apple, and Google. The president called it a, quote, direct and blatant attack on the United States. Canada's Prime Minister, Mark Carney, says he will continue to work, quote, in the best interests of Canadians.
No charges will be filed in the case of animal abuse involving a little dog named Gideon. Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy says there wasn't enough evidence to move forward. Gideon was found back in January after he was allegedly thrown into a tub of hot water by his owner's daughter. An animal rights group took him in and nursed him back to health. The family claimed Gideon jumped into the bathtub on his own, but a veterinarian's assessment suggested he was likely placed in the hot water by someone. The group caring for Gideon says they are in absolute disbelief over the decision not to file charges. The Detroit gas station clerk who shot and killed a man over beef jerky will spend at least the next 20 years in prison. The shooting happened back in 2023 at a gas station on Verner Highway. Moad Mohammed Al-Gaham was working when he got into an argument with Anthony McNary over some beef jerky. After their exchange, surveillance video shows McNary loitering outside the gas station, and that's when Al-Gaham is seen raising a gun to the window and shooting McNary in the head, killing him. The man charged with crashing into an Oakland County couple on the Lodge Freeway will spend 74 years in prison. Angel Melendez-Ortiz was running from police when he crashed into Jen and Ryan Ambrosio, parents to 6 children. The victim's family spoke at today's sentencing and asked for the maximum sentence. This all comes after Melendez-Ortiz pleaded no contest to all charges.
Tonight, we are learning more about the people arrested in a series of pharmacy break-ins around Metro Detroit. Jalen Richardson, Jonathan Richardson, their brother Chris Richardson, who's not pictured here, and Devon Davis are all facing breaking and entering charges. They're all due back in court in 2 weeks. Now, we showed you this video yesterday of MSP's helicopter. That's Trooper 2 locating the suspects after a smash and grab at a pharmacy in Farmington Hills. The defense team for Sean Diddy Combs completed closing arguments today, urging the jury to find Combs not guilty. The defense is arguing that prosecutors presented a, quote, fake trial to criminalize Combs' sexual preferences. The defense adds that the crime scene was Combs' private sex life, and they say the racketeering allegations against Combs were not proven during the trial. The jury will begin deliberations on Monday.